But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Girl Gaming. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of modders on modding, really. And this is going to be Dev Diary 13 Supplemental. We're going to show you a little bit of what we've been doing since the latest Dev Diary came out to broaden the universe and make it a little bit more, well, trekky, I suppose. So, here you can see a beautiful Keldon, possibly one of the most magnificent ships in the world. I'm sure you all want to be driving one of those. You don't want one a Galaxy or a Sovereign. Ugh, who wants one of those? Right. What I wanted to do is I wanted to start a new game and show you some of the changes that have been going on. So let's just have something huge. Random huge somewhere? Oh, random vast, that'll do the job. Okay, doesn't really matter who we're playing as, so let's go with... incidentally, we've changed this menu a little bit, so you've got Federation and Klingon, as you would expect, Romulan and Cardassian, and then the Borg have got their own page. Nice! Probably shown you that before, can't remember. Let's go with Romulan. Okay. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here we are with the Romulans. Fantastic stuff. There we go, got some Romulans, always nice. So what did I want to show you? The first thing I want to show you is some of the changes that we're trying to make to the UI at the moment. Now, we recognise that there were still a lot of stock buttons, if you like, on the UI itself. Now, we've changed a lot of the ones that are in the research screen, we've changed a lot of the abilities ones, but we'd ignored the UI for a little bit too long, so we've started making changes to this. This is all a little bit of a work in progress, but if you take a look up here, you can see we've got a diplomacy button here, we've now got a relationships button, which contains some of the primary races in there. It doesn't contain Cardassians, makes me sick, but what can we do? Got a research button, that's a little molecule, and we have the criminal underground, which, that is the Orion Syndicate's flag, I believe. We've also kind of redone these little buttons, so you can see here the zoomed cursor is now off. Don't want to see any stuff, there it goes. Stuff like that. And we feel like this is a little bit more indicative and realistic when it comes to what we wanted from our overall UI. We may be looking at this again in the future as well, the sell resources button, because that doesn't seem quite as unique as it might do. We've also got our little search button here, which is now unique stack. And the pin button. But there we are. Right, so that's what we got. Was ist das? Oh yeah. Right. What I did want to show you is the universe. See what's going on in the universe. So we're going to go to Change Galaxy, have a look at our overrides, and all entities detected. That means we're going to be able to see everything in the solar system, which is nice. So, right, let's see what kind of different planets that we have. Over here we've got the Class L Marginal. Now, we wanted to make this a little bit more unique and think, alright, who likes ice? Well, these guys. Check it out. Got some Breen. This is the Breen Privateers. They now occupy ice planets, or around ice planets, or Class L Marginals, I should say. I always get told off for calling these the wrong things by Christian. He's our strings guy. And we've got some Breen ships around there. That makes it a little bit more realistic when you're fighting them. As I say, what we really wanted to do was make the universe a little bit more realistic in a place. You can see that some of these icons aren't done correctly yet. We're going to get around to that. Ugh, what is this disgusting cretinous craft? This is the new Bajoran fighter, the Perican? Yeah, Perican? Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's awful, whatever it is. We hate it so. Zoom out a little bit and see what we've got. This is a Class M Temperate world. We've also got some Bestry-class destroyers. These were made by Kopfenjäger. He's made a raft of ships a little bit like this, based on the kind of like the Mondor design. A Janitza class here. Check out that bad boy. Some absolutely beautiful textures work gone into that. You can see the beautiful specular maps. Do we have anything else interesting in this particular solar system? Oh, a flak frigate. This is another new one. Look at that. We feel like they're really nice additions. We feel like they're fleshing out the universe. What's this one at the front? That's another one, Interceptor, so we won't look at that yet. What have we got over here? This is a Class D planetoid, which is kind of an asteroid without much going on around it. We have managed to get the Miradorn Raider, which we've called the Markan Raider, around these particular planets. This is giving you a nice variety when you are kind of in the early stages when you're exploring the galaxy. And, of course, taking their worlds for your own. Check out that bad boy. Pretty cool. A couple of those around that world. What have we got over here? We have the large Class B Geomortius. What likes hot stuff? Tholians like hot stuff, because they are hot stuff. So we have a couple of different classes of Tholian vessels. This is the Aratum cruiser. Gee, I can never say anything. You'd think I'd know, considering, you know, this is our mod, but no, absolutely not. And we also have the Inclusium frigate, which is a slightly smaller version. Really, really nice. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of like every system that you went to, we wanted to make it a little bit different, ideally. You can see I've got some Gentac frigates around here, which we'll take a look at. This is the normal Class B Geomortius. The Gentac frigates, you can see, are the kind of like Temarian vessels. Are they Temarian cruisers? They are. They've been redone as well, as you can probably tell. They look a lot better than they did in 1.0. They look really, really nice. Let's just zoom back out and see what else we can find around the galaxy. Lots and lots of different nebulas. This is a Metreon nebula that we're in now. And contained within it here, getting destroyed by it in fact, is a Nausicaan Raider, which we've seen before. They're part of the pirate group. Ooh, a Class D asteroid. Autosave. Always done autosave when you don't want them to be. I should have turned autosaves off for this video. But first things first, we're going to look at this. This is a model by Phoenix. Really, really nice. This is the Maquis Raider, if you like. It's called a Condor class, incidentally. Really, really cool little model. And what else did we do? You've probably seen this in some of the pictures. Many of you may have vomited. We have the Jaeger class. Which was a kit bash. You saw it actually in nearly every episode of DS9. It was actually something that was in the background of DS9 in many, many episodes. But because this has got a partial Maquis design, it looks, you know, like something that was cobbled together. I'm not sure why, but there seems to be a fighter inside it. That's fine. Yeah, so that's what we made for that. So the Maquis have got their own little presence in the systems at the moment. What have we got over here? More Nausicans. Oh, let's take a look at the Talcat warship, which has again been remodeled. This is another one of the Temarian vessels. I believe the other one was the observation vessel. This is the warship. This has been entirely remodeled by Max. Incidentally, I didn't know this before Max told me, but I do now. This section was actually originally a Star Wars Star Destroyer. Don't know what class. No need to ask me. But they actually tapped all this stuff on the back when they were making the physical model for the craft. And this is based on one of the concepts for it, which is why it's got these awesome laser things at the front. Now what we did actually when we made this model is just for a little hats off to the Star Wars universe. We put the landing bay down here back in, which we quite like. Didn't need to do that, but we quite enjoyed it. And you've also, in this particular system, you've got some of the Gentac frigates again, which you're already aware of. So let's zoom out, see what else we can find. It's always good to find things. What's this? More Gentacs and Talcats. We've had a look at all these. Ooh, am I going to be able to find what I'm looking for? The answer is probably no. This is what tends to happen for me. Ah, this is interesting. We have a Shattered Class D here. Now, this is kind of an asteroid field, so what did we decide to do with this? We decided to make it true to one of my favourite episodes, in fact, of Star Trek The Next Generation. These particular asteroids here are acetone assimilators. Now, when you get in close proximity to them, they disable your ships temporarily, because they are draining the power away, the acetone assimilators. They've got a little particle effect, which should bleep out in a minute. There it is. Oh, right during an autosave, of course. That'll disable your ships. But what was there? Ah, these fellows. Let's see if we can get close to one of them. And there we have a Promelian battlecruiser. Now, a lot of you, when we posted the picture, you were concerned that this was going to be an active ship. No, it's not. These are actually pieces of scenery. in this world, they actually, they've been disabled by the acetone assimilators. Their crew's been dead for years and years and years. It's a very old battleship. So they actually just sit here, waiting for you to destroy the acetone assimilators, really. And they will actually persist, even after you've taken the world, destroyed all the acetone assimilators. But they're not usable ships. Which is okay. Now, the question becomes, can we find what I really want to find? I want to hook. Metaphasic Nebula, Metreon Nebula. I think the answer is going to be no here. Cerulean Nebula? I don't know. Ooh, Badlands. Naturally, we've got the Badlands here. As I'm sure some of you have seen before, we are inside the Badlands. Ain't nearly as bad as you'd think. And there once again, we have our Condor Raider. Cool. I think we've been a bit unfortunate in this map because there's a certain type of gravity well that I really wanted to show you. But I can't. Hydrocarbon planets, these have got a lot of Tholians around them. As you can see, the more valuable the planet, the more enemies are going to be around them. That's kind of natural and that's to be expected. Another Talcat warship here. Nice. But the thing that we really wanted to show you today is not on this map, which is just perfect. Oh, sure. Yellow alert. This is one of our new fighters made by Chris Knight. This is based on fighters in another Star Trek game. Really, really nice looking things. Pretty cool. It's like almost like a mini Doderidex. Or a Dodonkidex, as we've been recently calling them. Pretty cool. Where's our vengeance? There she is. And an autosave. I really should have turned autosave off. So we can see some of the weapon effects from these ships now. Ah, this is another different one. The Ornithia class heavy frigate. Really, really cool. Again, based on the Mondor design. Custom sound effects, custom weapon effects. Pew, pew, pew. Very, very cool. And another Bestri class destroyer. But we genuinely felt that as you were exploring, this was going to make a much fuller environment. Should we just see if we can find something with the other class of ship that we are yet to show you? So let's quit this game. Now I believe in the large maps, here's another thing to show you. All these little fellas, let's say Kalian 556 on the end. Colin has been making a great deal of maps for us lately. He wanted to really kind of, bring it together. So he's made lots of different types of maps. Let's just take a look at, now I believe, in Fallen Empire, there may have been some of the types of ships that I wanted to show you. So there's Armageddon as well. Conflict is constant. Hardship is common nature. No one knows when the universe began, but the horsemen know where it will end. Should try that one. The Armageddon beat 8-player. So this is an 8-player map made by Kalian 556. Now what he's tried to do is he's tried to make them more into scenarios. So you're going to see more things like occupied worlds. You're going to see heavily defended areas. Should we start that particular map and we'll go as... Who should we go as this time? Should we go as Mercades? Now we haven't actually finished doing the skin for the Cardis yet. So you will see that this isn't nearly as finished. This is just a little concept piece here that I made while I was faffing around. I'm not a texture artist in any way. I'm a coder, but I do like having a faff now and then. Right, all entities are still detected, which is probably good for us. Ooh, hello. In this metaphasic nebula here, now, what is the metaphasic nebula or metaphasic area famous for? It is famous for the sonar in that awful film. And here we have the Jelaksu battle cruiser, which is the sonar battleship. This is a model made by Michael Wiley. Absolutely beautiful. We're also working on Ruafu's ship as well, and we hope to get that in for release. Really, really nice vessel. I'm absolutely delighted that we managed to get these in. Incidentally, these are also going to be usable for the Dominion Alliance players, so that's something to keep an eye on. They're just cruisers, but they are very, very powerful, as you can see. Very nice. So let's just zoom back out again. in these new maps that we've been creating, as you can see here, the Breen Privateers, they actually have control of this world. They have repair docks, they have phaser facilities, and they have a lot of defending vessels. You can see these are Federation at the moment, but that's kind of a placeholder, so they may stay like that for this particular release, but we're hoping we can improve that later on. So the Breen Privateers have control of this world. You can see they literally have colonized the world. So that's something that you'll have to deal with in this type of map. In here we have the Tholian Assembly who've taken this particular world. The Ferengi. Here we are. Let's have a look at some Ferengi stuff. Here's the Decora Marauder. This was made by Skyline. Skyline is one of the modelers who works on Dawn of the Reapers. I'm trying to think too hard today, I'm not very good at that. And he also made this delightful station here, which is the Ferengi Trade Port. Absolutely beautiful little model. Really, really cool. Right. Anything else of interest going on? You've all seen the pirates before, so I won't bother. The Bajoran militia has taken control of this planet, and we hate them so. Here we have a cross-section of their different classes of vessels. So, we have the Bestri class here. The Sabine flak frigate. Lots of flak frigates. The heavy frigate, the Ornithia. I really like this one. I like these little side wings. Side wings. And an autosave. Oh, here we go. Another Bestri. There should be a Janitza hanging around somewhere. That looks like one. No. There is a Janitza as well. Oh, here we go. Here's the Janitza. Just chilling. And you'll all recognise those as the Bajoran assault ships. But it's all looking very nice. And we have the Maquis Rebels that have occupied certain planets as well. So this is going to make it a slower, more protracted match, because you are going to have to take these planets away from these enemies. You can see it's quite a simple map, which we really like. Sometimes it's better just to have a simpler map to show that you can have a bit of a Barney. Starting worlds lie here and here, which does allow you access to at least 3 planets before you actually have to come into contact with the enemy. Yeah, really nice. That is one of our new maps, and as you can see, once I quit out, let's just go single player. Let's have a look at all the maps that we've got. So we've got several small maps. We didn't want to do too many of those because most of you don't like to play small maps. They're just for kind of test games and small things. We've got Challenger, Interstellar, Hold the Line. Let's see what it says about this. 2 players, 3 possible ways to reach your opponent. Use the star, lay siege to the pirates, or risk the nebula. Then we've got, in a small system harbours 2 races vying for dominance. There are several ways to gain an advantage. One must simply seek out and explore new worlds. Hold the line, hold the line. Easier said than done. This map resembles the Sol system in plan view. Ex Astris Scientia. Boldly go where no one has gone before. Maximum of 3 players, 23 planets. Stovokor. Only those who are worthy gain passage to Stovokor. And the Sol system. The Sol system in an alternative reality. Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus are not gas giants, and sentient life never evolved on Earth. Interesting? Let's have a look, see what else we've got. We've got the randoms. Of course we have the randoms because we want people to experience that. Wolf 359, which is one that we've had for a little while. We've got Hold the Line 4-player, again one of Kalian's maps. I don't know why he hasn't put Kalian there. We've got the Bajoran sector as well, spanning 3 sectors of the space from Cardassia to Trill. Relive epic battles from DS9 in this multi-sector map. That's something that we quite like. And we've also got a race-locked version. So you can see here the players are faction-locked, so you must be a particular faction. Federation is players 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 must be Cardassian, and vice versa. That's actually a reversed map, so you must play as the Cardassians. The Aetus sector. Cardassian sector offers little in terms of resources, but is critical. It is a critical strategic location, secured at all costs. These changes, we feel, are really fleshing out the universe, and I hope you'll agree with us on release that it's going to feel very real and very interesting to explore. You're going to want to play all the different maps. Most people just go for kind of like, you know, a random map, but we're hoping that you really want to go, hey, look, what's this? The arena, in the stellar gladiatorial arena, 6 players battle out for domination. In this version, the weak shall perish. Fantastic stuff. And now, why has he said the weak shall perish? That's something that only you can find out. And we've also got a raft of large maps as well. We're hoping to have even more of these maps in by the time release comes about, so that's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, so that is what we've been working on lately. Oh, we've been working on other things as well. Let's just start a small map. As I say, testing. We'll go back to the Cardassians now. A little while ago, I'm sure you saw the Cardassians as they were going along. What we're going to do is we are going to use this fellow again. We're going to change galaxy. We're going to spawn some entities. Where are they? Number F. Number F. Active player. Let's go capital ships. Cardassian. There we go. Got a lot of capital ships here. As you can see, when I click on this, we have actually been fleshing out these iconographies a little bit better, which we're quite pleased with. And this is mainly down to Killer BC or Connor and Anthony, who is a gentleman who's been helping us out with many of our particles. We're really, really pleased with the work that's been going on here, and hopefully we're going to have every icon in game fleshed out for you by the time release comes by. Lovely Hydra carrier here, which was made by Chris Knight again. Great.
What will you have me do?
There's Captain Shack.
Standing by. Setting a course.
You can set a course for me anytime, Captain Shack. And this goes down to even the scouts here, look. So we've really made an effort with those, and we're... Ooh, new construction ships, also made by Killer BC. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, and so that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We're really feeling good about this. In addition to that, you can see all the research is, as we go along, getting more fleshed out. We need to do a little bit more here, but we're getting there. It is happening. And if we go to the Romulans, which have had a great deal of work done to them recently. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot there was a technical hitch when choosing the Romulans. It always happens. We actually have some AI-only research which throws up an error in the dev build, which is nice. It makes the Romulan AI a little bit more competitive, whereas otherwise they might not be at times, depending on the difficulty that you set. So, what did I want to say about the Romulans? We'll be able to see here now with the Romulans that they've got more of their research kind of fleshed out. You can see these little bits here, architectural reform, hidden outposts, things like that. It's more fleshed out than it was, and long may that continue. We've got everything here done, including the Cardassian stuff. Really cool. And of course, should we build all the ships again? We're going to go with Romulan. We're going to go... There we go. Right. A raft of Romulan capital ships. The Romulans, incidentally, are very, very cap ship focused. So if you are the kind of player who wants to play one of those cap ship focused games, I would advise on choosing the Romulans. Their abilities on their capital ships are fantastic, and they can have more than anybody else. However, they can be quite easily overwhelmed by huge groups of cruisers that the other groups have. Their cruisers are kind of marginally weaker than anybody else's, so they don't have a decisive advantage when it comes to large fleet engagements. Right. So, yeah. You can see we've now also got all of these pieces of iconography sorted out. Before release, we're also going to be looking at changing these particular buttons, like, for example, perform crew training and return to main. Yeah, hopefully. And in addition to that, we're going to look at these tactical structures, logistic structures, and develop planet. The set rally point, we'll take a look at it, but we'll probably leave it the same. You can see here that we've got autoplay structures off and on. That's something that we've changed lately, in addition to the ping button. Ping! Oh, I didn't even ping it. Bing! There we go. Right. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing. In addition, you can see that we've made some changes here. This isn't perfect. This is something that I've been working on, and as I say, I'm not a texture artist in any way, shape or form. So hopefully this is going to be a little bit more refined by release, but you can see we can increase speed, decrease speed, rename the world if we want to. Which is nice. I can't actually rename it because that was in the way. We'll call it Goals Paradise. We won't call it Goals Paradise. Fortunately, we can't have an apostrophe there. Sickening. And then we can total scuttle. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all I can show you at the moment. There is more going on behind the scenes. There's been a great deal of string work done, which is really, really nice. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more of that string work come along. But that's something that Christian, who was away on sabbatical for a little while, has come back and started doing with us, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. If you do want to see some more fleet battles in action, let me know, and I will see what I can do. Oh, incidentally, we've actually been working on our particle effects pretty hard as well, so I don't know if I'm choosing the right ones here, but Max has been thrashing out a lot of the particle effects for these vessels. So as soon as I get into combat, we'll see if I've chosen the right ones. Let's choose energy to shield, and yeah, Myotronic beam. Cool. Here we go, let's watch these ships go in. Come on, the Ramis. Ramis. They do have a really nice ship listing. Incidentally, you can upgrade this particular fellow here 3 times. Oh, here we go. This guy is not going to last long. Oh, there goes the Myotronic beam. Is it? Shield inversion beam, excuse me. God, he's almost dead already. Got that distortion field on the go. What can you do? Energy to shield. Local ships affected. Really nice stuff. And look at the status effects that were on that ship a moment ago. Oh, autosave. Fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. That's all the battle that we're going to see today. Yeah, nothing interesting to fight in the locality. Take too long to get to. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're as excited as I am to see release come on December the 15th of Star Trek Armada 3, the Call to Arms expansion. Okay, thank you very much for watching. This is Goldukat. Out.